Everything's banned though, isn't it? Like chocolate as well, alcohol and.
Yeah, well, that is a weird one, isn't it? Where they're like, this is what, because it's 2032, which is what?
It's like 8 years away.
8 years
So
away.
we're gonna have like no chocolate, no coffee, no alcohol.
Do you know what's set in 3 years after iRobot? And I'm telling you, I'm putting this out on camera now. When we get to the year 2035, I think it's going to look a lot like iRobot. It's not going to look like this film, but it will look like iRobot.
Well, they just used all the sets, like they used all the buildings that were kind of already existing in the 90s.
Right,
like, apparently they used like the LA Convention Center and stuff, which was freshly opened.
Yeah,
but
true.
it's like that's a building from the early 90s
that
you say is gonna.
That was in Face Off as well.
Know, oh yeah.
That's where the bomb set.
Yeah.
Right.
And then also like once you get into, it was so funny in Sandra Bullock's office, like you get into like her office, and she loves the 20th century.
Such a weird.
Yeah,
she's got Lethal Weapon 3. She's got Red Hot Chili Peppers album.
Yeah.
Right, like thingy, which is mad because it's not even their big.
No.
Like it's like I think it's like their first album with like Under the Bridge on it or something.
Yeah. If you were gonna do that, you have to also. There's like from 93 onwards.
Yeah.
There's so much of that century that is.
But even like like surely you'd have like maybe like The Godfather.
You'd have Elvis.
Yeah.
It's all the 20th century.
So yeah, they and also this is even madder. I don't know if you picked up on this, but did you see the other thing that was in the room? Like, so she had Red Hot Chili Peppers. She had like Lethal Weapon 3, and then she had another like poster. Do you know what it was of?
What was it?
Basically, it was of the band Bomb, right? It's called there's this band called Bomb, and it's the album's called Hate Fed Love. Right. And they must have, I don't know why they've included this, right? But something must have happened where like they must have been tipped to be like the next big thing or whatever in like 93. And because if you go on Spotify, on their Spotify, they have I think the top song has 1,000 listens. So it's like, why is that in the background? But yeah, that's
definitely why. That's them going like, this will be a good Easter egg. Just you wait. In 10 years, they'll be looking back, going, "Whoa, they had Bomb in there."
Or maybe it was something. Maybe it was something to do with the studio, and like maybe they were signed to like a subsidiary of the studio, and the studio were like, all right, well, we'll put your album in Demolition Man and see how it does.
Bomb, Demolition Man.
Yeah. You're called Bomb.
What's the album called?
Hate Fed Love.
It's like Murder, Death, Kill.
Yeah.
It's been another murder.
That's the maddest thing as well. When she's like, oh no, Murder, Death, Kill.
Yeah, it's like what
does that
do?
mean? What is that? Just like
it's even like the police are not doing anything. There's a scene, where he gets out of the car when it foamed up to save his life.
That's so mad.
Yeah, it's just
that's
like
the airbag.
Yeah, it's like fuck it. What is it? Yeah, it's like a foam party in a car, just you on your own, like. And then he's like Huxley, but then he's walking, and then like the colonel or whatever comes up and says, "Oh, you're arrested now. Like you're going back in." And then he's got about 20 guys, police officers behind him. They're all just stood there, so you expect them to like. Grab him or whatever. And say, right, we'll take you, and he's just like.
But they're all scared of him.
Yeah. Also, to that Sandra Bullock thing, she says something to Stallone in the car where they're driving, and she says, Schwarzenegger's president now. And it was like, but he does become governor, doesn't he? And he's going, president? She's like, wasn't he an actor?
Yeah.
Like back in the 90s or something.
And that's like a little tongue-in-cheek thing towards their rivalry as well, wasn't it?
100%.
Yeah, because, they was like...
In the 90s.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was another hilarious line from what's he called? Sylvester Stallone. He's like, why don't you just shove a leash up my ass? Where he's like,
why don't you feed me to the fucking crows?
That's so a leash.
Yeah, it's like, do you mean, why don't you put a leash around my neck? No, but it's just mad that he was like,
why don't you put a leash up my ass?
Why don't you put a fucking dildo up there as well while you're at it?
Why don't you put a dildo around my neck?
Yeah, why don't you put a dildo around my neck and a leash up my ass?
Yeah, what am I?
Why don't you put another man in my ass and then put a leash up my fucking butt?
Put it up and I go, Phoenix! But why don't you put the Phoenix up my ass?
Yeah, why don't you put a leash around my cock and then pull it until I come?
Murder, death, come.
Yeah, murder, death, come. That's a crime in this world.
There's another murder, death, come.
No suck, no come. Another great bit is on all this where she's like, well, the big earthquake of 2010, like that.
Yeah,
And she's on
yeah.
about the
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 well,
lights.
it's interesting because
Was he an earthquake in
well,
2010?
the Japanese one.
Tsunami.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so there was an earthquake which caused the Fukushima disaster, the nuclear
Right.
power plant. That was 2011. So
Oh.
I mean, there's always earthquakes, so isn't there?
True, true.
Well, what happened to his daughter?
Oh yeah, so it's mad this because like obviously
his wife died.
yeah,
didn't
he
she?
comes out right. They go, your wife's dead or whatever, but your daughter's still knocking about somewhere, and he's like, it's like, but I guess that she wouldn't want to see me, and then he goes, just never mentions her again.
yeah, I
He
was
just
gonna
like
say,
fucking,
I think
yeah.
the Colonel guy, because he's just like defrosted, like, and then he's like, oh, your wife died in the earthquake. He's like, I have a daughter, and then that Colonel guy just goes, let's cut the chit chat. We got stuff to do here.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is not
yeah.
a life lesson or something. It's
Who-
just like,
Who's the warden in
oh, he's the warden in Shorts and Redemption.
in Shawshank
innit?
Redemption.
Yeah.
This is
Right.
another one where he's been like, because in Face Off, one of the villains in it, he shaves his head, doesn't he? And like, do you remember what's Dietrich?
Oh, Dietrich. Yeah,
He shaves his head for the role, and you said like the director was like, "Oh, we proper fucking like that you've done
Yeah.
that." But I feel like that was a bit in the 90s. That was all you had to do as an actor, is just be like, "What about if I shave my head?" And they go,
Yeah.
"Yeah, man, that's a sick
Yeah.
characterization."
You'll be a sick warden, you in the future, if you shave your head.
So that was mad. So they kind of, but apparently they were meant to include. There was a whole subplot about the daughter. But then once they showed it to like test audiences and stuff, people thought that Sandra Bullock was his daughter, and then they were like, "Why are you having sex with your daughter?" Like that's what people thought.
Oh shit!
Test
Because she
audiences.
would have been.
She's the same age as his daughter.
Right.
So they
that's
thought
a
it was
weird-
creepy. Like they took it out because they thought it was creepy that Stallone.
Oh, of course,
Stallone
yeah,
would
because
be-
he's technically 74, isn't he?
yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Breezy, is the
Uh,
camera still on? Yeah, cool.
I
So-
got older.
Yes.
Yeah, true. I'm 74.
Why don't you just fucking shove a leash,
Do you know-
a leech up my head?
Yeah, I forgot to know what's really funny is when they're talking about Wesley Snipes as the maniac, and then that police officer's coming up with like that little iPad, and he's going like, "What do I do?" And it's like, "Maniac is imminent."
Yeah. I thought that was so funny.
Yeah.
Send
Yeah.
a maniac to catch a maniac.
Yeah.
Phoenix!
Yeah. Like in the future, they don't call them criminal; they just call them a maniac.
Maniacs, yeah.
He's a
Murder, death,
maniac,
kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that when he breaks out that thing and they're all watching him, they're all stood there like it's like they're watching like the moon landing or something. They're all watching this screen that's showing everyone in there dying.
But and it's all like all the stuff like that where it's like meant to be like CCTV.
Yeah.
It's all just the shots.
It is.
It's all just the
Yeah,
shots
yeah.
that they actually got, like
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
original scene when it's
Exactly.
like Wesley Snipes like facing to the camera doing shit like
Yeah,
that, and it's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
and it's just put it through this grainy thing.
yeah, they just put it through the grainy thing. That's like let's just use
that'll
that.
do.
Yeah.
For some reason, there's cameras everywhere. in
Yeah,
this
yeah,
place.
exactly. Just
Like
random
cinematic
cameras.
ones,
yeah,
yeah.
like
Quest
like
advice.
waist height next to the actor. It's like
yeah.
I just said, like, even when the are trying to arrest Wesley Snipes when he's on that computer and he's fucking sick on that
Yeah.
thing. He's just been like, what is it, frozen for 36 years, and he's on
Mm,
that keypad just
Yeah, knowing
smashing
what
it out.
to
Just
do.
going,
well, I thought this like that. Yeah, he just comes out and he's just able to hack 70 years in the future, like
Yeah,
technology.
Like, how did he get out the thing even?
But basically, when you realize that, like, because Sylvester Stallone's got that pre-loaded thing when he knits, like he's basically the rehabilitation people have loaded into his brain that he likes knitting
Right.
for-
oh,
for-
that is a
do you
mad
remember?
scene. That
because he
yeah.
knits her a jumper.
He's watching the footage and he's kind of going, oh, them two are working together, but he's going,
Yeah. He's
Oh,
like
yeah,
putting it
yeah,
around his
the
arm.
round
and he's just going, Phoenix, like knitting this jumper. And it's sick jumper, to be fair.
Yeah. So yeah, you
You know,
like
when
it?
yeah, because she's like, he goes, I got you this, and she's like,
Yeah.
We know what to get you for Christmas.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Nice
Fucking
knitted
hell.
red
give
jumper.
me something
See if
warm.
they got any merch. Demolition Man red jumper.
Why don't you just film him like watching me on the Frog and Bucket or something, just going.
Yeah, just getting some knitting going on.
But the what's mad? So like obviously they load in like to Sylvester, but whereas with Wesley Snipes they load in like being able to hack all that shit. They load it, so
Right,
there is a reason
okay.
for that.
right, yeah,
That's
makes
fair
sense. I
That's
guess
fair.
like rehabilitation.
I feel like that wasn't as obvious though.
Mm.
Like, yeah, but
you know
well, what about the like just the when the thing just opens? Is that to do
what
with it?
thing?
Do you know when he's like trapped in the thing and he's like talking Spanish? And then
No, he
just
says
suddenly-
teddy bear.
Oh,
That's
'cause
the
it's
code,
thing.
yeah. Because one of the police officers like,
Oh, to release the thing. Yeah.
Right,
I think,
see.
yeah, I think like, how do you know the password? He's like, I wish I knew.
Mm.
Simon says, die, and then just
Right.
fucking kills you.
Yeah,
or
there was
whatever.
this was said a few times. Simon Says, like,
Mm.
and I feel like for some reason in the 90s, right, this game must have been massive. Because I remember going to like scouts or like, you know, like shitty little community
Yeah,
events,
youth club stuff.
and they would go, let's play Simon Says, which is essentially just do what I say if I say Simon
Yeah,
says
yeah.
it in front of
Yeah.
it, which is wit. Like, what's the point?
It's in Die Hard 3 as well.
Yeah,
Well,
it is. It's, yeah.
Where
But it
Jeremy
must have been
Irons.
very
Yeah.
popular in the 90s, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't know, like, you know, because before the internet, they fucking, you know,
Yeah, you had to like have a ball and
let's
a
have
cup
this
and
game,
stuff.
like, where, you
Play
know,
in the
like,
sand.
Pitch and toss. Yeah, yeah.
so, yeah, so that gets mentioned. There's another line where Sylvester Stallone goes,
He just says,
they pull up at, I think, her apartment and goes, "This where you live, Huxley?" And she goes, "Yeah," and he goes, "Very not bad."
Yeah, yeah,
Very
not
not
bad.
bad.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
not
yeah.
bad. Fucking
Yeah, and it's
hell.
like, you're from the past.
Blow.
You're from the 90s.
Let's
yeah,
pull
you
up
don't,
this
yeah, you don't
guy.
need to speak like that.